All right, what are we doing? I have no idea. I have no clue what I'm doing. I know what I'm looking for. And I'm looking for a trained horse. And I'm going to keep looking until I find one. So that's all I know. I don't really know. I think it'd be a good idea to come into the arena and have a plan, like step-by-step plan, but I don't. I'm literally just spending time with my horse and not looking at her, not putting pressure on her. I'm just making this up right now. I didn't plan this. I'm just walking in the arena. She's doing whatever she wants. And I need to be able to show my horse and whatever's going on, she needs to be able to deal with it. So, a lot of times when you see me do these videos, I don't like to say I never done something, because I caught myself doing that a couple times, saying I never done something before, and then I had done it and I just forgot. So she's looking at me and she's like, "What's he doing?" She's coming to me now because of the release of pressure. I don't know, is she behind me? Nope. I need a new plastic bag. This one's got completely wore out. What's up? So, what do you want to talk about? I just talk to myself. This is my third day. Consistent day. Getting ready to, I'm getting ready to get ready. That's what I'm doing. So I don't know, let's see, is she in the camera right there? I got just barely, probably. I think she's barely in the camera. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Now I'm talking to her. She is not listening. She's kind of listening, but not really. Now I'm putting pressure on her. There we go. Now we're actually doing something. We're gonna do this without the line first. Now, this is my third day. I don't know. It's definitely my third day. So, first day, she was not doing this. So every day it gets a little better. So the first day, she was bucking, just carrying on like a wild animal. And I'd say, "Whoa." She'd turn and face me like that and stand up. Well, this is the third day. We have none of that going on. And fortunately for me, I got a great excuse for not bitting her up. because I need all the excuses I can get. I'm gonna get this right side more. It's one thing I want to remember, that the right side needs a lot more work. So, you can see in the camera, it's kind of hard for me to even get her going because I'm getting her mind softened up. So now, I'm getting it so soft, getting her so relaxed, it's getting me to not be able to get her moving, which is what I want, because I'm not 20. So I want her soft. She's starting to go the other way. Come on. And we got some gold nuggets coming out of this horse today. So what I'm doing right now, and I'm not a horse trainer, not even, never been one. Alls I do, I've learned enough about horses to know this. I don't know what I'm doing, but I know that if I spend time on my horses, they get good. And come on, let's do some. That's about all I really know, is that I start working with my horses that have never been, this is my baby. I bred her. And she's going to get me tired because I am doing it the hard way, letting her go. And so I come out, I spend time with my horses, and they get good. I don't necessarily know what I'm doing. I don't necessarily have, I come out to the barn today, I have nothing planned. Like I'm going to do this. I know what I'm looking for. And what she just did with the trot was what I was going to work on today. And it's already there. And that's my point of they just get good. I worked on all this, the mind stuff yesterday with what I wanted today. And it's there. That's at the trot. Not the canter. And I forgot to brush her. I always like to, and it's not, see, I say always, and I've never done. And it's like, I think brushing a horse does a lot. It does a lot. You're just handling them. You're around them. I don't want her jumping around. Obviously, I'm brushing her hair. And I want her to stand here and let me do it, and I'm not. So, you can see how good she's being. I couldn't tell somebody how to do this. I couldn't tell somebody how to get their horse to stand here like this while they brush their hair if they're having a hard time with them jumping around. I could tell them what to do, but the thing is, it's not, the one thing I learned about horses, it's not what you're doing. It's what you're looking for. You're looking for something when you're doing all the stuff, the stuff everybody shows you to do. And it's not the thing that you're doing, it's the thing that you're looking for while you're doing it. And that's when the pressure and the release of pressure and all that stuff, that's when all that stuff matters. So it's timing, feel, and bottom line is, you really just got to read a horse. you got to be able to read. And the only way to learn how to read is by practicing. And then if you get around some trainers that know what they're doing, and really just, they don't have to tell you what they're doing. You have to look. See what they do. Watch what happens after they do it. And then you can read. And once you learn how to read, well, it doesn't do no good to read a horse if you don't know what you're looking for. So that's the bottom line. I've watched YouTube from morning till dark all day to try and learn how to do this. Because, it's easy to do stuff when you have the information. So I couldn't figure it out. I've had probably 2 things in my life that I really couldn't figure out. What I do for a living was one of them, roofing. I didn't think I was ever going to figure that out. I just kept with it. But everything else, that's the problem, is when I started doing that, I was so good at everything before that, what am I looking for? This. Her just to stand here. Really want to get the desensitizing. She took a lean forward, but she's kind of, so this is the part about reading her. Why did she take a step forward? I don't really know. I mean, I couldn't tell you exactly. She's soft. You walk behind the horse and flap this, you're liable to get kicked. 100% she would have kicked me in the beginning of this, when I started working with her. Everything that you see me doing, none of it was given to me. Nothing was given to me. I spent a month. I did a video on saddling her, and I spent a month getting her ready to be saddled. Never got the saddle out. Never got the saddle out and brought it out here. The saddle's not relevant to getting a horse. For me, okay, I don't know. For me, the saddle doesn't have nothing to do with it. It has to do with this thing between her ears that I'm working on. And so I worked with her for like a month. And when I seen the day where her mind was right, that's the day I put the saddle on her. And it went without a problem. I acted way more dumb than I needed to. But it was because of the work. And like I said, a whole month. She didn't give it to me. I had to work for it. And when she was right for the day, when I could see how good she was being for that day, that's the day I picked to saddle her, and she didn't do nothing. And you'd think, you'd watch that one video and think, man, that horse was easy to saddle. That was a whole month of work. Because I couldn't even. So this horse is a amazing horse, I'll tell you that. But just doing this, putting the string over her back, let alone a saddle, couldn't be done. The kitty cat. So now, what am I looking for today? Well, when I asked her to trot, she did exactly what I was looking for. She went off softly. Didn't really throw her head. I mean, it was kind of like perfect. Not expected. So now I put a line on her because I want to do some more handling. Make it easier for me to get to the freestyle lunging, which went pretty good today, but see how relaxed she is? Now what I'm looking for is how she goes into the lope. How does your horse act when you add pressure? And that's basically what that's all I'm doing is I'm working with my horse and I'm doing things like this is pressure right here. I just put pressure on her. And so every time I put pressure on her, I put pressure on her to move her out. She side passed out a couple steps. That was sweet. You have no idea the struggle I was in doing that. Okay, so now what am I looking for? I'm pushing her out. She likes to cuddle into me. Get that circle bigger. The farther away from you are, the less relaxed they'll be. So, this is what I'm looking for. Her, and then when I say the word, now when I say the word 2 days ago, I was kind of worried about her coming in and landing on me. She'd come in and stand up. Ooh. So one of the things I got to practice on is changing directions. So now, when I helicopter, this is a helicopter. So then, you land the helicopter. This is for beginners. This was something that struggled with a lot. It's very simple now for me because I understand how to do it. But let me get her. So to drive a horse forward, you need to be behind the girth to drive them forward. Okay, so professional trainers have showed me, and this is not how you do it, but they showed me you have to get behind that spot. Well, it's easy for me to get behind that spot on my horse because my horse don't go nowhere. But you see her disengage her hip? Well, I had my hands out, so asking her to do it kind of, without me realizing it. But some horses won't let you get behind them. Now I put my hands down, and she's still not letting me do it. So that's what happens is, perfect example, is she's moving her hip, and I'm running around trying to get behind this hip to get her to lunge forward. Well, the problem is that's not how you do it. It's just not, okay? You can disagree with me, but you're wrong. The fact is, your feet don't move. The first thing you need to do is the shoulder sends them away from you. The hip brings them to you. You notice how when I go to the hip, I can't get away from her. Whoa, that, putting pressure on her. Did you see her kick at me? We don't do that. That's a perfect example of when you go to that hip, that's your best opportunity to get kicked. That's your best opportunity to get kicked. Put pressure on that hip, and they will kick your face off. And you better, my horse is, I would hope she would be better than that, but she lifted her foot up. You don't kick at me. So I'm putting a little bit of pressure on her hip because just random pressure, not even trying to get her to do anything. I just want her to, needs to understand. You don't kick at me. We don't kick at the boss. So like I said with her, she makes me work for everything. And even to this point, I need to be careful because I didn't think she would do that. But she has, and she just did. So she's getting older, and I would have liked to have thought I did a better job than that, but I didn't, and there it was. But fortunately for me, it was just a warning to me. Don't be putting pressure on me like that. Yeah, that's what you do when I go to the hip. You move it away from me and you back up. You don't try and kick me. That's more, so that's what we want. That hip needs to go away from me. She can't kick me if she's moving away from me. So let's get back to this lunging thing. You do need to get behind the girth right here, but the way to do it is the shoulder moves the horse away from you. So you go to the, your feet are here, the horse is facing, you go to the shoulder. Now you can go behind the helicopter. I'm telling her to go this way. The stick's way behind her hip. Okay, so I can drive her forward because I'm behind the girth. Oh. So now she's facing me. I don't try to get behind that line. I put my helicopter up and I go to the shoulder and she moves because you drive the shoulder away from you and then you automatically go behind the girth. That's how you lunge a horse. You don't try to get behind the girth. You move the horse's shoulder away from you. I had to learn this myself because I asked a trainer how to do it, and that they didn't show me this. So I don't know what I'm doing, but I know what I'm not doing. I'm not running around in circles trying to get this horse to go forward like I did for years. It's a helicopter. Boom, both hands out. You turn. The shoulder goes away from you. The horse goes away from you. Now you can drive from the back. I dropped my stick. Now you can drive from the back. And then once you can drive from the back, you can push the horse forward. You don't run around in circles. And then if you want the horse to stop, you don't, I'm talking about if you don't know what you're doing. If you want the horse to stop and come to you, go to the hip. And if she doesn't do that, hit it with your stick. So we just did some work with the hip there when she tried to kick me, so she's moving out. So now the shoulder's away from me. I want her to come to me, the hip. It's very simple. Away from me, the shoulder. Send her forward. I'm driving. My helicopter's driving. The helicopter's driving. And then, once you get the helicopter, you can relax. What you want to do is relax right here. Make sure she knows to keep going. And then she should stay open. And then when you want her to stop, you land the helicopter. We landed the helicopter. So I made that up. Okay. If you want the horse to come to you, so now she's too close to me. I'm going to drive that shoulder away from me. I'm going to the shoulder right here. Now I want her to come to me. See her facing me? Because I went to the hip. I go to the shoulder, I drive her away. I go to the hip, she comes to me. See how she's coming to me? Teaching you something right here you don't even know. It's high, this is super high level stuff. I'm not really trying to teach I'm not trying to teach any trainers anything, because you guys don't need me to do nothing for you. But people that, the very basics, okay, this is the basics. Lunge my horse. Okay, now, this is what I was taught. Run around here and get behind the hip. So I'm trying to send the horse forward, but I can't because the horse is coming to me. Because I'm going to the hip. It don't work. Never will. It's never going to happen. You're doing exactly the opposite of what you're trying to do. The struggle's real. Trying to find the information on the internet. Shoulder. Now you go from behind. Sending the horse. You don't try to get behind the girth, because you're going to end up just going to the hip, sending the horse to you. Now you see that? That's now her loping with my first cue. Now I've raised my energy up quite a bit because she kicked at me, so we're getting something done a lot better. So first cue, she went right into the lope. She knows I ain't playing, and she's staying in the lope. Now I'm going to speed her up a little because I want to see what she does when I add pressure. Who? So that's how you learn this. I'm just going to show you guys basic stuff if you're watching my videos. There's a lot of stuff. I'll tell you this. There's a lot of stuff going on with driving a shoulder away from you and bringing a hip to you. There's just unending things that it does to the horse. See that tail swish? I put pressure on her, she flicked her tail. She might as well have kicked me in the face. Okay? And that's reading a horse. It's like, pulling. See that tail? I'm putting some pressure on her. See that pressure? See how she's reacting? She can't handle it. She can't handle the pressure. I don't know what that was. But I got some pressure on her. Too much. And then whatever happened over there, which is nothing that I can see, she freaked out. When she can deal with pressure better, I can live longer. It's really just that simple. Now we're going to slow it down a little bit. We're going to try and just looking for her to deal with pressure. I didn't ask her to go. Something, I don't know what it is that's spooking her up over there, but whatever. I didn't ask her to go. So, see how she side passed out right there? And then she started to stop, and I put this behind her because it's the helicopter. Now I let that one go because I had put my hands up more, and just that gesture of up more, she started loping, so I like that. We're getting something done. Now, I'm not going to add any pressure. I'm going to keep her moving. Now I want her to keep going, but I'm tightening this circle up. We'll keep going. We're just walking it down. So now I'm tightening this circle up. I gotta really bring her down. She's way too much for me to handle. Way too much for me. She's, look at her just going, not knowing what I want. I just want her to walk around in a circle. That's all I want. Side passing her. So it's easier to side pass that down the wall, but like I said, I like to do things the hard way. We're gonna side pass her around without the wall, because it's way harder to do. This is super hard to do because you're moving the front and the back at the same time. Now I'm going to do the back a little bit. Now we're going to go down this side of the arena. Ooh. And we're going to back her up. So I want to side pass her around, get her hip over a little bit, go up the side of the wall, really watch for her to kick me because she's in the mood to kick me today. And then we're going to back her up. So I want to back her in a circle. That's about, she's pretty much there. This whole, so I might as well talk about that. The reining horse head drop. I've never taught her to do what she's doing right now. I made it I specifically tried not to teach her to lower her head. People will do all kinds of different things to get the horse's head to go low. And you can 100% teach a horse to lower its head. I specifically didn't want to teach her how to do that because I don't know nothing about it. So her head is where it's at because that's where she wants it. It has nothing to do with anything I've done. I've side passed her around here. You've seen everything that I've done in the camera. Her head went down like that because that's where she wants it to be. And all horses will do it because I'm not pulling on this. I'm just letting her do what she wants. Now I need to do some serious stuff on the right side. But if you noticed, she's going to get in trouble. I don't know if you can see how good she's being, but her lowering her head and stuff like that has nothing to do with me. Well, I mean, I guess it does have everything to do with me. I'm the only one touching her, but I'm not trying to make her do it. That's what I'm saying. I'm just happens. Now we're going to do some side passing on the right side, which you'll notice when you're right-handed and left-handed, you can do things easier. See, this is really hard for me to do on this side. Because I'm right-handed. I gotta get, oh, that's what I gotta do. I gotta figure out where I need to be. Okay, that's better. All right, we're gonna spin her back around here. Trying to learn how to do this. This is a really hard side for me. That's better. I need lots of practice on the right side. But more hip, a little more hip, a little more hip. Less front end, she's walking off. Super hard for me to do this side. Get that hip caught up. Get that hip caught up. Get that hip. That hip needs to be crossing. There we go. That's better. Ooh. That was perfect, them last 2-3 steps. So, I don't know what to tell you about the head lowering thing. She's licking and chewing. She lowered her head. I was just trying to get the front and back feet to step over each other perfectly before I stopped. And when they did, her head just happened to be down. I was just looking at her feet. And so, I don't know. I don't really like to talk about that because because it don't matter. Can she handle that? Not really. It's kind of bothering her. And see how hard I can do this with her. Now, this takes a minute. I'm not talking about now, I'm talking about to get to this level. It's not overnight. I gotta add that pressure. You gotta add some pressure. Release of pressure is how they learn. Well, I'm not releasing any pressure. I'm adding. So I don't know. I don't even want to talk about that because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just spending time with my horse. That's all I'm doing. And when I spend time with my horses, they get good. And that's all I really know. Now I've got her, see, that's the problem with the line on her, is I'm trying side pass her without a line on her. Oh, she stepped on the lunge line, the lead line. So, I think I'm good with, I don't know, sometimes the struggle's real with talking. Because, well, when you learn how to do something, you know, you learn how to do something and then you start talking about how to do it. And your information you're given is facts. It's not an opinion. I don't have really opinions on when I tell you something about how to do something. It's not an opinion. When you're trying to lunge a horse, so I'm going to show you without anything on her how to lunge a horse. This is how it works. Now, I need to get behind the girth. Okay? So I need to get behind the girth. And all I did was get her to face me. So I'm going to send the shoulder away from me. Now I'm going to drive. Now watch. I'm going to show you a magic trick. Hip. Where'd the horse go? To me. Pay attention. This ain't an opinion. This is factual. Shoulder away from me. The horse is going away from me. Where's the horse going now? To me. It's not an opinion. There's one way to do it. That's how. That's it. Pick a color. Pick a color if you want an opinion. This is a fact. Shoulder away from me, horse goes away from me. I go to the hip, the horse comes to me. It's not rocket science. It's just a matter of trying to find somebody that can explain it to you so you can do it. Now that horse just did 2 or 3 side pass steps there. And that's how you lunge a horse, okay? The shoulder goes away from you. I'm going to say it again because this is what I tell people when they tell me how to do something. When somebody tells me how to do something, I tell them, tell me 100 more times. So I'm going to tell you 100 more times. Shoulder away from you. The horse goes away from you. The horse is side passing away from you. I did so good. Hip. I did some professional stuff right there. High level. Super high level stuff. Hip to you. Now watch, I'm going to go around to her hip. Pay attention. Where's the horse going? I'm going to her hip. This is, you got to get behind the drive line. I'm going to the hip. Where's the horse going? I'm trying to get behind the drive line. I got her too soft. Back her up. We got to do some more right side stuff. I'm right-handed, so that left side. So you go to the hip, horse comes to you. You go to the shoulder. Well, that's a bad example of the shoulder, ain't it? Shoulder, horse goes away from you. She's good. She ain't going to be kicking me anytime soon. Her head's just where it's at. I don't decide that. I don't have nothing on her. Not pulling on her. I'm not doing anything to make her head go anywhere. She's putting it where she wants. That's why when people say natural horsemanship, I'm like, I crack up because you want to see natural horsemanship? Go out to wherever the wild horses are and sit on a stump with your binoculars and look out there, and that's all natural horsemanship going on. This is partnership. We're buddies. We're trying to build a relationship here with love and discipline. And the only real time I need to really discipline her hard is when she tries to kill me. That's the only time she really needs some really hard discipline, is when she's trying to kill me. I was going to put a saddle on her. I never got to it. So I do these videos on, I like to stand here like this, and my joke is, if you pet your horse's butt, they'll lower their head. That's all you gotta do. You just pet their butt. Just not doing it. It's not working. My theory is messed up. Oh, she's thinking about it. She's thinking about it. Well, that didn't work. Usually you can act like you're doing something when you're not doing anything. You want to see her head go down? Watch. It's like an elevator. Wait till her head comes up. We're going to be here for a while. How long? Boy, I'll tell you. I don't have the answer to that. Really. How long does it take for the horse's head to come back up? I don't know. She's falling asleep. The bottom lip's hanging. I think I'm good. I don't think I'm getting bucked off today. This is what I'm looking for. My horse being soft. That bottom lip. We want the eyes going closed and the bottom lip hanging. So we're not getting bucked off. That's what we're trying to do. So I'm trying not to get bucked off, and you got to really get a hold of them sometimes when they don't want to come over here. This is where you need a halter and a lead line so they can't get away from you. There you go. So now, what am I doing? I have no idea what I'm doing. Quit. That's where you need a halter so they can't get away from you. But I gotta do everything the hard way. And try it one more time and see what she does. She came to me. Let her think about it. Okay, that's what we want. That's pretty good. Pretty good stuff right there. That's what we're looking for. It's the soft like a jello. Paying attention to me, not whatever else is going on. Oh yeah. We got some, my Might as well throw the saddle on her. I don't know, how long's this video been going? The ending's usually really boring because I don't, I'm usually just standing there an hour. Yeah, well, whatever. I'm putting the saddle on her, so I'm just going to keep it rolling. I don't care. We got to saddle her up. We're going to probably be riding her, well, could ride her right now, but basically doing the same thing on the ground that I would do in the saddle. There's no difference. It's completely irrelevant to me. That's just me. You do what you want, but I don't think there's any difference whether you're in the saddle or on the ground getting the horse good, so it ain't bucking you off. I mean, no difference to me. I'm not, whether I'm sitting on her back or standing on the ground. That mind is where I'm putting it. That's a good one right there. I like that. My horse's mind is going where I put it. I just made that up. I kind of like that. Where's your horse's mind at? Well, wherever I put it. So this is good. When you tighten up the saddle, you don't pull it to you. Pull it up. That way the horse don't step on your foot. I mean, you can do what you want, but sometimes you don't think about little stuff like that when you're starting to get a horse saddled and you're pulling out here, then the horse comes to you and steps on your foot. Try to get in the habit of pulling straight up on your cinch. I'm not talking to professionals. I'm talking to people that never had a horse before, like me. This is the kind of information I needed when I got a horse and I couldn't find it. Nobody told me. Nobody told me what to do or how to do it. And so I got, the saddle ain't tight enough. I was going to get on her, but anyway, we're going to get her moving a little bit. Come on. I know you're falling asleep, but you think this horse is going to buck me off? I don't think she's going to buck me off. So, I just want to get her moving a little bit. But I don't think this horse is in any way, shape, or form mentally gonna buck me. I think she's pretty good. I don't think she's bucking me off today. She had a dentist appointment, so fortunately for me, that's a great excuse for me to get her ready to be rode. I could say, well, are you riding her? Well, I'll put the bit in her mouth Tuesday. And when Tuesday comes, I won't have to worry about getting bucked off because she'll be ready. That's a fact. She doesn't know what I'm doing right now. Just trying to look for stuff. So it's kind of a long video. I got to work on that pressure with the lope. That's my, we got pretty much everything else done. So that's next on the list. This is a long video, 1 hour. Peace out.